Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Are you hearing me, students? Please reply. Hurry up, reply. If you are hearing me clearly, please reply. Okay. Walaikum assalam, all of you. I'm just waiting for some other students to join me. After that, I will start my today's lecture. Wait for a while. Walaikum assalam, all of you. I'm waiting for some other students. Okay, Godwin, very good. You have done the quiz. How many marks have you got? Tell me your marks. 10. Very good, very good. This is very easy quiz. I have uploaded the quiz about antonyms and synonyms. Please do attempt it very carefully because you have got only one chance and it's very easy. I hope you all will get 10 marks. Okay, now I am going to start my today's lecture. It is English language lecture again. Walaikum assalam, all of you again. Good morning, all of you again. And now please concentrate on the lecture. This is English language lecture. I'm Mrs. Afshin Imran. This lecture number 31. The topic is narrations 3 and we are discussing some examples again today of different kinds of sentences. Actually, we are doing imperative sentences today. Yesterday, we have done assertive sentences and universal truths. Okay, now I am going to discuss imperative sentences. As you all know that imperative sentences are of two types. First, in which we do request or there is request. And second kind of sentences are those in which there is an order given by somebody. Now, there are some particular rules for the conversion of direct speech into indirect speech if we are having the imperative sentences. Okay, these are some of the rules. Some of the same rules applied here, which we are using in assertive and universal truth sentences, but some other rules are also added here. The first one is remove separating comma, which you already know about it. That is the comma between the reporting verb and the reported speech. Okay, we have to remove that. Second, remove quotation marks. That means inverted commas. When we change direct speech into indirect speech, we remove quotation marks. The third rule is that use the connector to. If you remember, we use the connector that in the assertive sentences, but here we are using the connector to. Number 4 is change said to into requested. If the sentence shows a request, then we change said to into requested. Remember. Number 5 is remove please. Please is given in requesting sentences, which shows that these are the requests. So remove that word please. Number 6 is change said to into ordered. If we are having the sentences with order, then we change said to into ordered. Number 7 is change said to into forbade. Sometimes in some kinds of sentences which have been given order. Okay, so I will explain it in the form of examples. Now, imperative sentences, we are doing imperative sentences which have the request, okay, which are showing the request. The first example is, she said to her sister, comma, please iron my clothes. Please, the word please shows that it is a request, okay. For those kind of sentences, for these kind of sentences, how we change them into indirect speech? The subject pronoun remains same, so we copy it. Then we change said to into requested, as I have already told you in the rules. Her sister is the object pronoun, so it remains same. Then we replace this comma with to. If you remember, I have told you that to is the connector here. And then please we remove it and we copy the other things. But remember about the pronoun. If there is an option to change the pronoun, we can always do it. To iron, iron here is the main verb. So we copy it. Then my clothes, because the lady is telling about herself. So this my depends on the subject pronoun, so it changes into her. Then clothes is the object, we copy it again. She requested her sister to iron her clothes. Full stop. Again, you can see that the actual words of the speaker are enclosed in the inverted commas with a full stop inside. Remember all those punctuation rules, how to write the sentence. Now there is another example which shows the request. In the direct speech, he said to his brother, comma, please help me in my project. Again, you can see that please word is here, which is showing that it is a request. He said to his brother, how we change it? He remains he because it is subject pronoun. Said to is changed into requested. His brother is object pronoun, so it remains same. Then we replace comma with the connector to. Remove please and help. Help is the main verb, so we copy it as it is in the first form. Me, because me is the pronoun, so it depends on the subject pronoun. This is about a boy or a male person, so we change it into him. In my project, again, in we copy the preposition as it is. My again depends on the subject pronoun, so we change into his and we copy the object project. Okay. He requested his brother to help him in his project. Full stop. Now try to understand how I am changing the sentences. Another sentence which is showing the request is, the daughter said to her mother, comma, please bake a cake for me. Here, the daughter is the subject pronoun, so we copy it as it is. The daughter said to is changed into requested. Her mother is changed into object pronoun. Then we replace the comma with the connector to. We remove please and we copy the main verb bake in the first form, similar form which is given in the imperative direct speech. A cake, object, as it is, we copy it for preposition, copy it, then me. The its is the pronoun, so it is possessive pronoun, so it depends on the subject pronoun. So it changes into her because the daughter is a girl. Now the sentence becomes, the daughter requested her mother to bake a cake for her. Full stop. Now there is another example. I hope you're understanding. First of all, remember this thing in the imperative sentences. When we are writing the direct speech, we always use first form of verb. And when we are writing in indirect speech or we convert direct into indirect speech, we use the same verb in the first form. We are not changing the form of verb here, like we are doing in the tenses, in the assertive sentences, that according to tenses we change them. Okay, that first form change into second form, or sometimes into third form, or sometimes second form is given and it is changed into third form. But here there is no such kind of problem. We can just copy the first form of verb as it is in the indirect speech. Now there is another example. The son said to his father, comma, please buy me a mobile phone. Full stop. Here you can see again the whole sentence or whole actual words of the speaker are enclosed in the inverted commas. Now, when we convert it into direct speech, we copy the subject pronoun. The son said to is changed into requested. His father is not changed because it is object pronoun. We copy it, his father. Then we replace the comma with the connector to. We remove please and we copy the main verb by. Me, the possessive pronoun, is changed according to the subject pronoun. It is about a boy, so it changes into him. A mobile or phone object, so we copy it in the same manner. The remember it. Remember this thing that that is the article is included with the object, so we copy it also. The sentence becomes, the son requested his father to buy him a mobile phone. Another example of request. Here you can see that the example is, the students said to their teacher, comma, please check our assignments. Okay, full stop. Here you can see that their students are more than one. So they are telling about their assignments, which are also more than one. Okay. Now we copy the subject pronoun, the students, as it is, we copy it. Said to is changed into requested. Their teacher is the object pronoun, so it is copied here. Then comma is removed or replaced by the connector to. Then please is removed. Then check is the main verb in the first form, so we copy it as it is. Our assignments, are is the possessive pronoun, so it depends on the subject pronoun. Here we can see that many students are there, so are is changed into there, and assignments is the object, so we copy it here with the full stop at the end. Now the sentence becomes, the students requested their teacher to check their assignments. Full stop. Now we come to some sentences which are showing the order. But first of all, I want to discuss the imperative sentences in the request form. I want to summarize the rules here for requesting sentences, that you have to change said to into requested word, remove the comma and replace it with the connector to, and then remove please. And one more thing, that the form of the verb is not changed. That means it is uh, it is given in the first form. So when we change into indirect speech, it remains in the first form, and we are changing the uh, possessive pronouns given in the reported speech according to the subject pronoun of the reporting verb. Okay, I hope you have understood till here. Kindly reply me if you have not understood, then I will explain again. If you have not understood requesting sentences, have you understood them or not? Reply me please, so that I will start the sentences which shows the order. Okay. Clear, Fatma, Godwin? Any other students who have not understood, please ask me at the end of the lecture. I will give you some time at the end of the lecture. So ask me at that moment. Very good of you that you have understood everything. I will give you assignment today about the narrations. So do them very carefully because I have explained everything to you, so you can do it easily. Now I come to the sentences which are showing the order. There's a sentence. The officer said to the guard, comma, close the doors at once. You can understand the from the sentence that it is an whether it is an order or request, because there is no please in this sentence, which shows that it is an order. Otherwise, if please is there, it shows that it is a request. Now we applied the same rules, um, but in place of word requested, we use the word order. Okay. Now, this officer, that is the subject pronoun, we copy the officer. Said to is changed into ordered. The guard, that is the object pronoun, it remains same, so we copy it. And when we place the comma with the connected to, then close the door. Close is the main verb here, so we copy it as it is. And the doors at once, this is all object, so we copy it here in that indirect speech with the full stop at the end. The sentence becomes the officer ordered the guard to close the doors at once. You can understand from my explanation that I am changing word to word from direct speech into indirect speech. It is the easiest method to convert direct speech into indirect speech, that you can read one by one, you can change the words one by one according to the rules. Now, another sentence which is showing the order. The lady said to her maid, comma, sweep the floor again. You can see that again word is showing that it is an order. The lady said to her maid, so we change it into indirect speech. We copy the subject pronoun, that is the lady. Said to is changed into ordered. Her maid is the object pronoun. It has been copied here. Then comma is replaced by the connector to. Sweep is the first form of verb. This is main verb. We copy it as it is here. The floor again, it is whole in the object. So we will copy it here in the indirect speech with the full stop at the end. The sentence becomes the lady ordered her maid to sweep the floor again. I hope you are understanding everything very clearly. Now there is another sentence. The manager said to the peon, comma, bring all files now. Bring all files now. Now is the word which is showing that it is an order. And there is no please here, which is also showing that it is not a request. Now, when I change it into indirect speech, we copy down the subject pronoun, the manager, then said to is converted into ordered. The peon, that is the object pronoun, it is change, it does not change, so it is copied here, the peon. Then comma is replaced by the connector to. And then bring is the first form of verb, main verb here. We copy it in the indirect speech. And all files is the object. You can see I have copied here. And now it is showing the time. It has been changed to then. If you remember, I have given you a chart in which I have shown you the changes from direct speech into indirect speech, in which I have shown the changes in the time and the place. So I have taken this change, or I have done this according to that too. Now it's changed into then. THEN, full stop. Now the sentence becomes the manager ordered the peon to bring all files then. Now I am giving you some more sentences or explaining you some more sentences, but before that I want to summarize the rules of the sentences which are showing the order, that we copy the subject pronoun and the object pronoun, but we change said to into ordered. Ed is added, remember that. And then we replace the comma with the connector to. We copy the main verb and we copy the object. But if there is a possessive pronoun, then we change it according to the subject pronoun. Okay. Now, can please tell me, reply me, have you understood the sentences which shows the order or not? If you have not understood, I will explain it here because I'm going to explain some other kinds of sentences which are showing the order. Okay, very good. All of you have understood. It means you are able to do the exercise. Now, there are some other sentences which shows the order, but they are doing in another way. Okay. Now, these are some different kinds of sentences which show order. Now, the teacher said to the students, comma, do your homework properly. In these sentences, we add do or don't. Okay, we add do or don't. It means this do or don't are using here as a helping verb or as a main verb here. You can say that. So how do we change these kind of sentences? We follow the same rules. There is little bit difference. The teacher, here you can see the subject pronoun. We copy it. The teacher said to is changed into order. The students, more than one student is here. The students, the, this is the object pronoun. So it is copied here, the students. Then we replace the comma with the connector to. Then we copy do because do is actually it is an auxiliary verb, but here it is working as a main verb. So we copy do in the first form as it is, like we are doing in other order sentences which show order. Then your verb means your. The teacher is saying about the students. So your is depending upon the object pronoun. Okay, remember. So when there is second person, it always depends on the object pronoun. So we see that there are many students, so we change it into their. Otherwise, if there is only one student, we can use his or her. Then work is the object, properly is also included in the object, so we copy it here with the full stop at the end. The teacher ordered the students to do their work properly. Full stop. Now, I'm showing you some of the sentences in which there is the word used don't, which is the full form is do not. Okay. The father said to the children, comma, don't run in the corridor. Full stop. Don't and do. These two words are also showing the order. Remember this thing. The father, it is subject pronouns, so we copy it here. Said to is changed into ordered. The children is the object pronoun, so it is copied here. Then we are not replacing the comma at that moment here, and we are not using to here, but we take not from the don't and write here not, then we add to and replacing the comma after the addition of the word not. Then replace the comma with the connector to, and then the whole things in which the main verb is also here and the object is also here. We copy everything. Run in the corridor. Full stop. Now the sentence becomes, the father ordered the children not to run in the corridor. We change to into not to. We change don't into do not into not to. Remember. Okay. And we are not using to do again here anywhere. Now I'm giving you some more exercises, some more examples. Now, these kind of sentences which have don't, we can do them in another way also, in which we are using the word forbade. Forbade means mana karna. The father said to the children. Again, we copy the subject pronoun, the father. Said to is changed into forbade. The children is the object pronoun, so it is being copied here. Then we are not using not to word here. We just replace the comma with the to connector, and we remove this don't, and we copy the other thing with the main verb and the object run in the corridor. Full stop. It means the father forbade the children to run in the corridor. Remember, we have removed this whole don't. Now there is another example which is showing the order. The principal said to the children, comma, don't make noise in the ground. Full stop. Here you can see don't is there, which is showing the order. Now the principal, the subject pronoun, it's copied here. Said to is changed into ordered. The children is the object pronoun, so we copy it here. And then comma is replaced by not to. Okay, not only to, but because of don't, we take not from here and we add here not to, then copy the other things. Make noise in the ground, make noise in the ground, it is the main verb here with the object, so we copy everything here in the indirect speech with the full stop at the end. Remember, when we are using the word order, we write not to, and when we are using the word forbade, we write to only. We are not using not, because forbade means mana karna, and it shows them negative meaning already. Now the sentence becomes the principal ordered the children not to make noise in the ground. Now, same sentence, if we are using the word forbade, we change without not. The principal said to the children, comma, don't make noise in the ground, full stop. It has been changed into the way that subject pronoun has been copied. The principal said to is changed into forbade. The children object pronoun has been copied. Then because of the word forbade we have already used, we do not add not here. We just replace the comma with connector to, and then copy the whole remaining sentence with the main verb and the object. Make noise in the ground, full stop. I hope you are understanding. This is very easy sentences. You should remember the rules. Only if you can understand the rules, you can easily change them. Now there is another sentence which is showing the order. The mother said to the child, comma, don't tear the papers. Full stop. It means they are uh, don't is here, so we change it into not. Remember. Now, when we change, we copy the subject pronoun, the mother as it is, set to is changed into ordered, the child is the object pronoun, so we change it, we do not change it, we just copy it. Then from the don't word, we take not, and then we replace the comma with the connected to, and then tear is the first form of verb, main verb, so it remains same. The papers is the object, so it also remains same. Full stop. The sentence becomes the mother ordered the child not to tear the papers. Okay, here you can see that I have used the word ordered. So I have used not to here as a connector, not taken from don't, and to is the connector. Now the same sentence I have changed by using the word forbade. The mother said to the child, comma, don't tear the papers. The sentence is changed in the way that the mother subject pronoun has been copied, said to is changed into forbade, and the child has been copied here. Then we replace the comma with the connector to, and then we remove don't here and tear the papers. We copy tear the papers. Tear is the first form of verb, and the papers is the object here. Full stop. The mother forbade the child to tear the papers. Now there is another exercise example here. Remember this thing, when we are using the word ordered, we add not in the indirect speech and we use not to in the indirect speech. But when we are using the word forbade, we use only to. Okay, remember this point. This is the most important point when we are converting the direct speech into indirect speech, when there are the sentences which show order. Now this is another sentence. The teacher said to the students, comma, don't shout in the class. Full stop. The teacher, it is subject pronoun, so it has been copied here. Said to is changed into ordered. The students has not been changed, so it is copied. And then don't is here, so we add not with the connector to, which is actually the replacement of comma. Then shout, it is the first form of main verb, so it has been copied here. In the class is the object, so it has been copied here with the full stop. Now the sentence becomes, the teacher ordered the students not to shout in the class. Full stop. Now I have written the same sentence by using the word forbade. The teacher said to the students, comma, don't shout in the class, full stop. The teacher, which is the subject pronoun, it has been copied here, the teacher. Then said to is changed into forbade. The students is the object pronoun, so we copied it here. Then we replace the comma with the connector to, and we remove this don't here, and shout is the main verb, so we copy it here. In the class is the object, we copy it here. The teacher forbade the students to shout in the class, full stop. Now, one more time, I'm repeating that when we are using the word ordered, we add not to, and when we are using the word forbade, we just add the word to. Okay, I hope you have understood these kind of sentences. Now tell me, have you understood or not? Reply me, please, because when I will give you the exercise, you should be able to do the sentences yourself. Okay, very good of you. You have understood. Now, this is the end of today's lecture. There is time for you if you want to ask any question about anything. During that time, I'm taking your attendance. Okay. Yes. If you want to ask anything, please ask me. No, Godwin, you should know that midterm of literature, it cannot be included. Midterm syllabus of literature cannot be included in the final term. Only two plays have been included, The Tempest and Macbeth. Okay, so you have to prepare for these two lessons properly from the book and from the copy as well. But in English language, some of the topics have been taken from midterm syllabus. I think you will get the midterm syllabus, final term syllabus afterwards, and you will get know about the topics. Now, anything else which you want to ask? Now tell me. Because we are taking language classes, when I will start literature classes, then you will have to do some classwork. So you should be having your copies with you with the books. I will inform you before that. It may be possible that we will do the classwork on Friday. Okay. Or it may be possible that in the next week, but you should be having your literature language copies with you, literature copies and books with you, so that you will be able to do the work. And I'm telling you, read Macbeth. So I will take the revision of Macbeth at any time in any of the lectures. And today is the quiz day. So please attempt the quiz very carefully. It is very easy about antonyms and synonyms. It is very easy. So please be careful and do attempt the quiz. Only one chance will be given to you. And it is very important to attempt that. It is 10 marks. If you are not attempting it, then you will be losing your 10 marks, because we are calculating all the marks, we are adding all the marks for the final term result. So be very careful in attempting all the quizzes and all the dictations and all other class tests and monthly tests, because all the things and assignments as well. Assignments are having 10 marks as well. So we add all these things to calculate your final term result. So please, you have to attempt everything. Okay, Hamza, you have done the quiz. How many marks you have got now? Tell me. 9. Oh my God, you have lost 1 mark. Now, it's okay. It's okay. Next time you will get 10 marks. Okay, after this lecture, I will upload the video on the Google Classroom, so that if you have not understood anything or if you want to repeat anything, you will get from there. Okay, and today is the assignment day also, home assignment day. So I will give you an assignment after some time. Not now, but after some time, I will upload the assignment, and you will be having a lot of days, at least 5, 7 or 7 days to do that assignment. So you should not be worried about that. You should easily do it, because it will be of having only, you can take only 1 hour, maximum 1 hour to complete that assignment. And I will give you at least 7 days. So you should easily do that. And the assignment must be related to narrations or some other topic of language. Anything which you want to ask, please ask me, because only are you hearing me, students? Are you hearing me? Any one of you reply, please. Okay, very good of you. You all are hearing me. Now, this is the end of my today's lecture. I want to stop here. Inshallah, we'll meet tomorrow. Allah Hafiz.